Like the Oscars, I like to put on a show. What about we talk about the most capitalist movie of 2024, right? Do I have to say it? Of course, it's Deadpool and Wolverine.
Such a cute little Wolvie.
Cue the fucking montage, baby.
No! God, please, no! No!
Welcome back to Torn Apart, and today we're doing something special, as you can see here, because I'm dressed like the Penguin. And I'm not talking about the Gotham City Penguin, I'm talking about one of those really cool Happy Feet penguins. As every single year, we're gonna be doing the Torn Apart Awards. This is the 4th edition, if I'm not mistaken. If you've probably been on this channel for a while, you know that I don't really like the Oscars, and I don't really like this kind of big popularity contests at the end of the day, because they're not really rewarding the movies that deserve to be awarded. And let's not drag this introduction way too long, because here I have my list of nominees and winners for the year of 2024. As usual, everything is perfectly printed and highlighted on these tiny sheet of papers, because as you probably can tell, we don't have the budget for anything more. But let's start by something that everyone is excited about. It's gonna be the best female performance of 2024, and the nominees are Catherine Newton in Lisa Frankenstein, Rebecca Ferguson in Dune Part 2, Daisy Ridley in Sometimes I Think About Dying, Zendaya in Challengers, Nikki Madison in Anora, Willa Fitzgerald in Strange Darling, Demi Moore in The Substance, Saoirse Ronan in The Outrun, Naomi Scott in Smile 2, and Lily Rosy Depp in Nosferatu. And the winner is Demi Moore for The Substance. Congratulations! You did something quite incredible this year, and I feel like she's not going to be getting a lot of recognition at the big awards, mostly because this is a really weird horror movie. But I want to give this award to her mostly because Demi Moore, well, she hasn't been in the spotlight for a really long time, so it's an incredible comeback, of course, and it kind of reminds us of how good she is and she was. And it's also very cool that we get a role like this for an older woman as well, because they don't really get cast in horror movies like this, and in these kinds of movies they kind of attract the audience attentions and the critics attentions as well. So I'm like, this is something that needs to be celebrated. This is something that will definitely go down in history. And now let's jump straight into another fan category, which I call the best animated feature movie. We've had quite a lot of interesting films this year, and weirdly enough not coming only from Pixar, Disney, or even DreamWorks. Let's have a look. The nominees for the best animated features of 2024 are Ultraman Rising, Inside Out 2, Flow, The Wild Robot, Transformers 1, and Memoirs of a Snail. And the winner is the incredibly cute cat from the movie Flow. Congratulations! I mean, let's admit it, when we talk about show don't tell, when we talk about the power of cinema, Flow is exactly the type of movie that we're all thinking or talking about. A movie that doesn't have any words, a movie that doesn't even star any humans, but it just conveys so much emotions and such a strong story. I feel like we go back to the beginning of cinema with silent movies and also with animated movies. I feel like this is one of those things that need to be appreciated way more. And now let's jump into the best male performance of this year, because yes, if there is a woman, there is also a man, and that's why we have these two categories. Of course, I'm talking about gender here, I'm not talking about sex.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock!
Anyways, the nominees for this year are Timothée Chalamet in Dune Part 2, Josh O'Connor in Challengers, Adrien Brody in The Brutalist, Pierre Ninet in Le Comte de Monte Cristo, Denzel Washington in Gladiator 2, because yes, I do not make the difference in between supporting cast and main actors on my show. Sebastian Stan in A Different Man, Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice, Hugh Grant in Heretic, Bill Skarsgård in Nosferatu, and Daniel Craig in Queer. And the winner is...
Who the fuck is that guy?
the incredibly weird, the incredibly terrifying, the incredible Bill Skarsgård. Congratulations, you did it again. You created yet another iconic monsters that we can all love once again, and he was unrecognizable. I feel like we need to appreciate these kind of performances where literally the actor completely disappears. I will admit this is a little bit subjective because I love when actors disappear behind a role and you only see the movie itself, you only see the character itself, and very often these kind of awards tend to go to biopics and those kind of performances. 2024 is the year of horror, so I'm not even ashamed of giving him this award because he has made so many incredible films. And as every single year, we're gonna do a special mention this time around, and it's called the Mia Goth Award. And this is an award quite special because we give it to someone who has kind of transcended the idea of being a good slash incredible actor or actress in the year of 2024, surprising us in many different roles and many different movies and many different characters. And this year the winner is Willem Dafoe for his roles in Kinds of Kindness, Nosferatu, Saturday Night, and Beetlejuice. Congratulations, and never stop surprising us, Willem Dafoe. And now let's do something fun, because of course we're here to recognize the best moments of the year, but there are other things that we also need to acknowledge. And this is a category that I called the most cringe-worthy moments of the year. Let's have some fun and look at those moments that very often will remain still in your head for a really long time. And the nominees are Neve Campbell for returning to Scream 7 after literally everyone left it, Jesse Eisenberg and Riley Keough dressed as Sasquatches peeing and shitting on a road. And you're so lucky because I have a picture for this, and I hope this doesn't give YouTube a reason to take my video down because you needed to see this to believe it. Childish Gambino and Maya Erskine acting like dogs in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And well, I cannot contain my excitement when I tell you this, but none of these are the actual winners. Because the winner is Spyglass for deciding to bring everyone back for Scream 7, despite of the controversy, of course, we don't need to be reminded of. I mean, talking about getting desperate, am I right? This studio here is not getting any of my money if the movie comes out this year or even next year. It doesn't really matter. Let's go down again into the rabbit hole of recognizing the best things of the year, because we can't only laugh, we also have to recognize who are the coolest characters of the year. The nominees are the Ghoul from Fallout, Lord Toranaga from Shogun, Victor from Arcane Season 2, Le Comte from Le Comte de Monte Cristo, Eric from the TV show Eric, and the twins from the movie Twisters. And the winner is Victor from Arcane Season 2. Of course, I could not give this to anyone else, let's admit it. Such beautiful artistry went into designing his transformation as well. I feel like the arcane fever is gonna be staying in our minds for quite some time. Am I right? And now a category that we've all been waiting for, because it's the one where Anora is not gonna win, because I didn't actually like it that much at the end of the day. So the nominees for Best Dramas of 2024 are Sometimes I Think About Dying, Challengers, L'amour ouf, The Remarkable Life of Evelyn, A Different Man, The Brutalist, Love Lies Bleeding, Queer, and the Nickel Boys. And the winner is, surprising absolutely no one, Challengers. Congratulations! And what is more beautiful than cinematography? Let's talk about the nominees for the best cinematography of 2024, and they are Dune Part 2, so Greg Fraser, Leo Hinstein for the movie Stop Motion, forgive my pronunciation, Sayombu Mukdiprom for Challengers, Eric Yu for the movie I Saw the TV Glow, Yaren Blackshee for the movie Nosferatu, Benjamin Krakun for the movie The Substance, and once again Sayombu Mukdiprom for the movie Queer, Eric Wilson for the movie Better Man, Yomo Frey for the movie Nickel Boys, and Lol Crowley for the movie The Brutalist. And the winner might surprise you because it is Nickel Boys. Congratulations.
We have to be like knights. Checkmate.
When I'm giving this Best Cinematography Awards, or when I'm giving any kind of award just in general, I'm thinking, how does this category define the movie? And I feel like Nickel Boys is a movie that, just by the way it's been created, it would have never worked as a story with these characters, with these performances, if it wasn't for such an incredible cinematography, such incredible camera work as well. Basically, you cannot dissociate the cinematography from the movie itself. While all of the other nominees, in my opinion, had always something that gave them a bit of an edge. Let's move on to the best non-human performances of 2024. I wanna also help out the people who are not people and who have managed to actually make us dream in the year of 2024. So let's join our hands for the nominees of this year: the Shai Hulud from Dune Part 2, Hannes the Giant Spider from Spaceman, the Dragon from Damsel, who is pretty much the only interesting part of this movie, Ape Robbie Williams from Better Man, the Ashman from Stop Motion, and this is actually the only picture I managed to find, and you should probably thank me because it's a very, very disgusting stop motion puppet that will probably haunt your dreams. But the winner is, of course, it's Ape Better Man / Robbie Williams. What an incredible year for monkeys, am I right? We had Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, we had the other weird Godzilla vs. Kong movie that we don't really talk about, but this movie here actually made us care once again about apes. What can I say? Apes are my new favorite thing, and I wanted to recognize that as much as possible. Let's move on and talk about something different, right? Let's talk about something that I love on this channel, my second favorite thing, science fiction. So the best nominees for best science fiction movie of this year are Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Twisters, Furiosa, A Quiet Place Part 2, and the winner is Dune Part 2. Who am I kidding?
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
May thy knife chip and shatter.
We all know it, right? It's an incredible movie. It's almost impossible to make such a good movie as a sequel as well, and as a part 2. Can you think of any other movie that did that? Because honestly, I can't. It's not only a perfect standalone movie, but it's also ticking all the possible boxes of everything that we love when it comes to science fiction. Overall, I think it's the most perfect movie. Whether it's the story, whether it's the themes, the performances, the soundtrack, everything about it makes it exactly what we want to see more within the industry. Something that is as big as this, that makes a lot of money because money needs to be made at the end of the day, because this is an industry, and also something that is actually ambitious, which we can all agree definitely that Dune Part 2 was. Next thing is gonna be best comedy or musical. I added the musical part this year because, well, we had a lot of interesting musicals and it doesn't really always happen every single year. So the nominees are Lisa Frankenstein, Wicked Part 1, Better Man, Fall Guy, Thelma, It's What's Inside, and My Old Ass. And the winner is... What can I say? I fell in love with this movie. I saw it twice at the cinema, and even though Wicked is a really good movie, Better Man is just better. I feel like it gives you more. I feel like the drama is there, the comedy is there, the musical numbers are incredible, we've got the cinematography. It's just a better package. What can I say? I feel like I want to recognize it even more because it was such a box office bomb, and I feel like these awards are exactly for that. These are for you to take notes of certain films that you might have missed and pay attention. This is not just to pat ourselves on the back for the movies that we all know that are actually good. These are actually for recommending things that we know that they've been disregarded by most critics or the industry itself. And Better Man has been dealt quite a strong blow. The next category is quite important to me because it's called the Best Directorial Debut of 2024. This is something that almost never gets mentioned at the award competitions, and I feel like it's something that needs to be appreciated because a first movie is really hard to pull off, right? The nominees for this year are Zelda Williams with Lisa Frankenstein, Robert Morgan for Stop Motion, Shannon Tyndall with Ultraman Rising, Greg Jordan with It's What's Inside, and Jane Schoenbrunn with I Saw the TV Glow. And the winner is Greg Jordan, It's What's Inside. Congratulations! The fact that this is also a Netflix movie makes it even more impressive because Netflix kind of recycles its own shit over and over again. This was a wholly original movie that was so enjoyable from top to bottom that actually took some risks as well. I feel like we need to pay attention to the editing to this movie because it's really beautiful and well paced, and it's not something that is easy to do, especially when you're blending different genres, which is kind of like comedy and horror thriller this time around. But anyways, congratulations once again. And now there are no nominees for these categories. There is only one winner, and we all agree about it. We talked about it on Twitter, and we all decided that Challengers deserves the award Best Sound Editing and Best Sound Design just in general.
Challengers had two elements that were very powerful in terms of sound. One was the erotic, crunchy pulse of tennis, the racket swinging, the ball hitting, bones crushing, and on the other hand, the pulse and energy of the score.
Soundtrack was amazing. This entire movie literally would not work if it wasn't for these two things, and it's a shame that it's not been getting the recognition that it deserves because it's beautiful, it's insane, and I can't wait to blast it in my ears once again. Now we have a category that doesn't come around every single year because it's a tough one. It's the Best Action Movie of 2024, and not every single year has excellently made action movies, but last year, well, we did quite well, right? The nominees are Kill, Rebel Ridge, Hitman, Badland Hunters, and once again, A Monkey Man. And the winner is Kill. Congratulations. I'm even more excited when foreign movies get to be in these kind of award scenes, and this is a movie that needs to be recognized for how amazing it is. It is definitely Indian because you can tell because of the drama and the soap opera vibes at sometimes. Is there even a musical number? It's quite possible as well, but this is exactly what I need when you're trying to make a John Wick-like movie. Make it your own. Make sure that it actually stands out and it has really good performances and not only people dying all over the place. Talking about action, this could not be made if it wasn't for the stunts, right? So this is a new category that I wanted to introduce this year, which is gonna be Best Stunt Work, and this actually puts together quite a lot of different movies of different genres. The nominees are Boy Kills the World, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Furiosa, Twisters, Better Man, and Gladiator 2. And the winner is, it's Better Man, of course, once again.
When's it gonna stop? 'Cause you're keeping me up all night. I don't wanna rock.
Have you just looked at the perfect coordination that is going on right now on screen? It's absolutely insane, and let's admit it, this movie would not work if it had forgettable stunt work, if it had not a good choreography just in general for all these musical numbers. And they're so creative as well. There's so much going on. There are like literally car accidents and they are going underwater as well. It's absolutely insane. Now, this is the kind of movie where you sit there and like, I would love to watch the making of it, right? Because there are so many different pieces of it that are so interesting. We have another fun category here, which is one of my favorites, of course, because I love talking about it on my channel. It's the best movie poster. Let's have a look at these beautiful designs from the year 2024. It's quite a lot of movies because we've had quite a lot of interesting posters. We've got Lisa Frankenstein, Evil Does Not Exist, The King Tide, Furiosa, The First Omen, Thelma, Skincare, and Queer. And the winner is Furiosa. Congratulations. The marketing campaign has been overall good, but this beauty here, I have it on the 4K edition of this movie as well, and it's literal art. Like honestly, like this poster is better than the entire movie itself, and that's saying a lot. Let's clap our hands for good marketing campaigns because they tell exactly the identity of a movie and how it's gonna stick in our minds. Once again, I actually have two categories. I don't know why I have just one sheet of paper. I think it must be somewhere on the floor. Oh, it's over there. Okay, it's on my desk.
Oh my god, that was so funny!
I will grab it later on, but let's jump into the next category, which is the first favorite thing that I was mentioned before. It's Best Horror Movie of 2024.
Finally!
It was a great year. A lot of scares, a lot of different vibes, and a lot of very similar vibes as well. Let's look at the nominees. Stop Motion, Immaculate, The First Omen, Longlegs, Oddity, Strange Darling, Terrifier 3, and The Substance. And of course the winner is The Substance. I'm not even gonna pretend. I'm not even gonna pretend because this is a movie that has done something quite incredible, which is join different people together. This is a movie that has put all the fans and normal people together. This is a movie that definitely should have won the Cannes Palme d'Or, and I will never forgive you for that because it's a movie that is actually saying something that we need to hear right now, because we are deconstructing the Hollywood industry and how women are treated within it. Of course, the beauty standard part is a classic message that we've been talking about within body horror quite a lot, but just the fact that this movie is so perfect, it deserves so much recognition. I'm gonna stand up and get the next one. The next one is the best TV show of 2024. I feel like we need to mix things up, right? Because these awards are always going to movies, and the fact that we're separating movies from TV, it's kind of weird, right? So here we are. Let's celebrate the best of the best for our last category. And the nominees are Fallout, Baby Reindeer, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Shogun, Eric, Twilight of the Gods, Replay, and Gentry Chow versus the Underworld. And the winner is Shogun. Congratulations.
覚悟はできておりまする。
Let me know down in the comments what you thought of these awards and my nominations, and actually if you want to make your own list, just get it down in the comments. I'd like to see it, especially if you have more foreign recommendations for me, things that I have not seen or things that I have missed. I would love to see that. But anyways, if you like this video, you're so lucky, because I have 3 other chapters of the Torn Apart Award which have appeared every single year for the last 3 years, and I'm gonna link them to you right here down in the bottom. I think by looking up, you can see that another thumbnail has spawned, right? Well, that is the video that is coming out soon, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a Daredevil video. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every single time that you do that, you make sure that every single movie maker, creator, stunt person, actor, actresses, it doesn't really matter, they get the love that you feel when you're watching any of their movies.
Can I count on you?
Because it's an important thing to do. Of course, we're here giving each other pats in the back and awards, but at the end of the day, we're here because we love cinema. We're here because we want to celebrate the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything that is in between, so that we can learn something from it and maybe become better people at the end of the day. That was really emotional. I'm so good at this. This is all improvised. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm Patrick, and this is Torn Apart.
Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Gotcha, like a monster to play. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Da 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 da